I read the State of the AI report, so you don't have to. And here are the top 6 core findings of this report that I've summarized for you here. And I'm just going to go through just the top 6 main things. I'm going to break down more of these sections in other videos, but here's just the overall view. So number 1 is the scaling challenge. So of all the companies that the McKinsey surveyed on the companies that they're using AI, nearly 2/3 of organizations have yet to begin scaling AI across the enterprise, remaining in the experimentation or piloting phase. So when they survey these companies, about 88% or 80% of all these companies say, yes, we're really excited about AI. We want to use some kind of agent. We want to implement AI in some way into our company, but only 2/3 of organizations are actually are not doing any of that. They're just experimenting, piloting things, seeing if it would actually work. And I think there's a couple reasons. Either there's too many bugs in the AI products so far, they're not working like they want them to, especially if they're going to deploy them across these big enterprises to all their customers. It's not going to be a good benefit. Or number 2, they just don't know where to start. And I think it's a mixture of both, possibly. I know a lot of companies that try to put something into that is great. I know a big retailer who just put AI into their app that can now shop for you. If you say, hey, I want to look for shoes for running and in the winter, it will show you the top 6 or 7 results for, I didn't mean to do that. 6, 7. Oh. They will show you top results for the shoes. And so people are piloting that, they're using it, but that's pretty simple. That's not like affecting their corporation, their enterprise for all aspects of it, like from dev or from social or from sales. It's just finding products, right? Pretty simple. Number 2, AI agent curiosity. There's a high curiosity of AI agents, with 62% of organizations at least experimenting with them, right? If you have not heard of AI and of all the buzz around AI about how it's either going to take over the world, it's going to save the world, or some crazy mixture in between, like everyone's curious about AI. A friend of mine who just hates the internet, hates social media, hates technology in general, he came to me, he's like, hey, can you help me build an AI agent for health and fitness? I'm like, dude, absolutely I can. He's the last person I thought who'd ask. That just shows you how people are so curious about AI, truly. Number 3, enterprise impact lag. Although all these organizations report use case level costs and revenue benefits, only 39% report an actual EBIT, that is earnings before income and taxes, impact on the enterprise level, right? So although 88% of people are actually using AI, they're curious, they're piloting programs, only 39% of actually reporting an impact to their bottom line. So they're spending time, resources, and money on trying to get AI into their company, and they're not actually seeing an impact to their company, right? Only 39% of them are actually seeing that, which is wild to me, because it means that they're not putting it into the right practices. They want to use AI as something that is really cool and hip, but not actually impacting their business at what you want it to do, which is to make money and serve your customers. That's a business. So the lag is there. People want to use AI, but the lag is there and it's not happening. It's not catching up. Number 4, the high performance strategy. Companies seeing the most value use AI not only for efficiency objectives, like responding to text, organizing things, but also to drive growth and initiative, right? I think this is where the capture needs to be for most business owners. So if you're a business owner, listen to me here. I think this is where you need to start thinking about this. AI can answer your text, they can answer your emails, they can answer your chat, they can schedule a calendar, they can do all these things that are really effective. I think you should use them to save your time. They buy back your time for automation. But the companies who are going to succeed and to grow in whatever economy is coming are the ones who are using AI to drive growth and initiative and to redefine how their business operates in 2026 and beyond. I don't think you can just have an automation benefit, even though it's really helpful. You gotta have some AI initiative and growth and actually start planning these things with these new tools. You got to start having a high performance strategy rather than just, I'm going to automate things and save time. You got to start growing. Number 5, workflow transformation. This is interesting to say. So it's redesigning workflows for the company is a key success factor. So most AI high performers are redesigning workflows, and half intend to use AI to transform their businesses, right? So you can't just slap AI on your stuff, saying, I have this AI tool, AI ready. We have a chatbot that connects with our AI stuff. That's cool. But if you just slap AI on a really crappy workflow, your workflow is going to be extra crappy, okay? You can't just do that. You got to have redesigned workflows around what's coming. If you did orders the same way you did when the internet wasn't around, and you kept doing those same orders but now have internet capacity, you're not scaling, you're not redefining your workflows, you're doing the same thing. You got to reorganize your workflows with AI in some kind of way that actually makes sense, not just to have AI on it. Make sense? 6, workforce divergence. expectation for AI impact on work size is varied, okay? So I'm sure the biggest thing you've heard is all these layoffs because of AI. And I don't know what you believe about that. I think it's really mixed with AI use and like just with companies and what they're doing and how they position themselves, whatever. But 32% expect a decrease with AI tools. So jobs are going to be lost, 32%. 43%, which is highly encouraging, expect no change. Right? So almost half of companies who took this survey expect no change in their staff and their resources and employment when they're looking for this stuff, when they're looking to implement AI. So if you think that AI is going to take your job, like you got about 50-50 chance, maybe. So maybe it's time to start getting some expertise in these things. And then 13%, which I thought was the coolest thing, expect an increase in the coming year. So 13% of companies expect that when they start implementing these tools, they're going to need to hire staff, to hire more workforce into their companies to have the right impact they want of AI, of what AI can bring. Okay. So I think that's really encouraging. It's really encouraging when AI is going to give tools back to Americans, back to people, so that they can get more skills, be better at their job, and give more value back to the economy. I think that's great. I think that's fantastic. I hate it when people in our government are saying that they need to import people from another country because there's not enough American workers and those workers are just too bad, okay? I don't believe that. I think AI can also stand for American ingenuity, and I think that Americans who are trained with the right tools can be a huge impact on the workforce. I don't think you need to automate everything. I think you need to have really skilled people in your company who know how to use these tools effectively. And those people who know how to use those tools effectively can increase your bottom line, can increase your resources for your company, and can serve more people, which can serve the economy. I think that's a great thing. I think that AI taking all the jobs, I think is maybe a scare tactic. I think it could be also be true. I don't know. I don't know the future. I'm just saying I'd rather be the people giving resources to Americans, giving resources to people to be more effective in their work and to do a better job. I think that's a great idea. I think just saying your job's gonna be lost, I think that's a terrible doom and gloom thing, and I think you should take more responsibility for your talent and your skills. Anyway, here's the concluding statement of all that. What does it say? The report concludes that AI's full promise remains ahead, noting that most organizations are still struggling to transform from experimentation, right, pilot, trying things out, to scaled deployment, right? That's the biggest gap. We're really excited about these tools. They haven't been implemented yet. They actually affect our bottom line. This gap is where things are. Right? And that gap is where we need to fill with skills, with consultants, with people who can deliver the best value to the marketplace to help. When I say companies, I mean like small businesses, right? I don't mean like the big tech companies who are buying everything and taking over everything and have trillions of dollars of equity in GDP. That's wild. I'm talking about small businesses on the main street. I'm talking about the small businesses who are family owned for 40 years. I'm talking about people who are day in and day out working their coffee shop. People who are working at the retail stores, people who have a Main Street business who've been there forever. That's part of the community. I want those people to succeed. I don't want big tech to succeed. I want American business to succeed with American ingenuity, AI. And the suggestion is that high performers offer a path forward by focusing on transformation and innovation. Here's a quote from the company. As AI tools, including agents, improve and companies' capacities mature, the opportunity to embed AI more fully into the enterprise will offer organizations new ways to capture value and create competitive advantage. I want the competitive advantage to go to small businesses. Again, I don't want big tech to win. I want big tech resources to be in the hands of mom and pop shops, to be in your roofer's hands, to be in the media agencies down the street hands who's filming commercials that you see on TV. I want the store that sells only that little product that you love to win and not go out of business and put a Walmart there. I don't want that. That sounds like an awful life. That sounds like corporate America wins in the worst way. I want small businesses to win. And guys, like AI's here. It's here to stay. It's either take over or to change things forever. You can't just watch it go by. You got to take some action. You got to learn something. You got to learn a new skill. Like if you're an old business owner who's been doing the same thing for 40 years, sorry, man, you got to learn. You got to do something different. And if you don't know what to do or where to start, ask someone like me. This is my job. This is what I do. I want to help you succeed, help you win. I don't want the big guys to win. I don't want franchises and these corporate places to come in and take your business over. I want you to win. So let's win. Let's make it happen.